Paha Sapa has ever heard described, and the small nose is dusted with freckles. Paha Sapa vaguely realizes that no breath issues forth from the cave of the soldier's mouth, opened painfully wide as if in a final scream, or as if ready to lunge and bite into Paha Sapa's gasping, terrified face only a hand's breadth away. He also notices dully that one of the Wasichun's eyes is merely a bloody hole. But Paha Sapa sees that the other eye, open and staring, is precisely the blue of the afternoon sky visible beyond the corpse's small, pale ear. Gasping for breath, Paha Sapa stares into that dead eye, its blueness seeming to fade and pale even as he stares, as if seeking some answer there. Black Hills? More warrior ponies thunder by, two of them leaping Paha Sapa and the Wasichun's corpses, but vaguely, distantly, Paha Sapa realizes that one of the ponies has stopped and that a warrior has slid off and is crouched on one knee next to him. He vaguely, distantly, feels a strong hand on his shoulder, rolling him onto his back. Paha Sapa loses sight of the red-haired boy's one-eyed corpse and is now looking up at the kneeling warrior. "Black Hills, are you shot?" The kneeling warrior is slender and paler of skin than most Lakota and has gone into battle as naked as the Heoka he is, wearing only a breech clout and moccasins, his hair tied simply into two long braids and sporting a single white feather. The lean man's body paint consists only of hailstones and a lightning streak, reinforcing the first impression that the thin man is indeed a living lightning conductor, a Heoka, one of the receiver of vision's warrior protectors who dare to stand between Paha Sapa's people, the natural free human beings, and the full fury of the thunder beings. Then, blinking, Paha Sapa notices the pebble behind the man's ear and the narrow but livid scar stretching back from his left nostril, an old bullet wound inflicted at point-blank range by a jealous husband. A scar that has left this Heoka warrior's lips slightly curled up on the left side, suggesting more grimace than smile. And Paha Sapa realizes that this is Tashonka Witko, Crazy Horse, cousin to Limpsalot's first wife. Paha Sapa tries to answer Crazy Horse's query, but the ghost's pressure in his chest and throat allows only choking noises to emerge. Just the slightest trickle of air reaches Paha Sapa's burning lungs. Even as he tries again to speak, he realizes that he must look like a fish gaping and gasping on a riverbank, mouth wide, eyes protruding. Crazy Horse grunts in contempt or disgust, stands, and leaps onto his pony's back in a single graceful motion, his rifle still in his hand, then rides away with his followers shouting behind him. Paha Sapa would weep if he could. Limpsalot was so proud when he introduced his first wife's famous cousin to his adopted son just 4 nights earlier in Sitting Bull's lodge, and now this absolute humiliation. Still lying on his back, Paha Sapa spreads his arms and legs as wide as he is able. He's lost his moccasins, and now he curls his toes and fingers into the soil in the same way he's done since he was a small boy, when the first touch the earth to fly visions came. At once, the old feelings flow in, that he is clinging to the outer surface of a swiftly spinning ball rather than lying on a flat world, that the sky hangs below him rather than above, that the hurtling sun is just another sky shape wheeling through the sky like the stars or the moon, and with that familiar illusion, Paha Sapa begins to breathe more deeply. But so does the ghost. Paha Sapa can feel it inhaling and exhaling deep within him, and he realizes with a shock that makes his spine go cold, the ghost is speaking to him, or at least speaking to someone from inside him. Paha Sapa would scream if he could, but still his straining lungs pull in only the thinnest trickle of air. But he can hear the ghost whispering slowly and steadily, the harsh-sounding and unintelligible Wasichu words resonating against the inner walls of Paha Sapa's skull and vibrating against his teeth and bones. Paha Sapa understands not